If by some chance, in an alternate universe of possibilities, Sam Shepard and Jonathan Swift had a love child, he or she might have written Let Us Imagine Lost Love. He's finished it. He finished it out in Kansas, where actually all you can do is write, I think. Also, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Thane.
I have extraordinary pleasure, an odd kind of pleasure, at this stage of my career as a writer, to have fallen into the hands of my students who are taking care of me, editing my work, designing it, and publishing it. It is a kind of pleasure. It's difficult to describe. Some of the faculty members here who are, as I am, retired from teaching, know the feeling that their students are somehow still with them in some way. And I remember a number of years ago at Dick Horowitz's house, the famous ombudsman of the Washington Post, and he had out there for dinner one night with me some of the reporters whose careers he had helped along. And I noticed the pleasure that he took in not their acknowledgement of that, but just the sense that they had some continual community with him. And that's the way I feel about the students who are my students, who are no longer my students, but are my publishers and designers and editors. These days I design books, gutters and casebacks, rivers and verso, quarto and signature are the nomenclature of my trade, or were when I started. Format and galley-proof, Pocket Pal and Russell's as type designers are my codices. I understand I am as unhip in my patois as if I use hi-fi instead of stereo, which I do. Mono, I am told by Lillian, my sister's late-in-life daughter, is a disease. It used to be music as well, the kind that came from the lid of a 45 record player. Memories are made of this, scotch and soda. First, I worked at Hallmark here in Kansas City. Now I freelance. My plaza apartment is my office. The Country Club Plaza, Kansas City, Missouri. Mr. and Mrs. Bridge Domain. Calvin Trilling slurping at Frosty at Winstead's. Edward Dahlberg pissing and moaning about the city. At Hallmark, I designed favorites. 20 favorite poems by Shakespeare. 20 favorite quotations by American presidents. I also designed paths. 10 paths to wisdom. 10 paths to bliss. No one ever suggested 50 ways to leave your lover, or even one.